Maya Torres had 6 insulin pens in 72 hours before they turned worthless. A cyber attack killed every light in Los Angeles. She was trapped on the 34th floor with her diabetic son, no elevator, no refrigeration. The stairs were too dangerous. Staying meant watching Daniel die. Every choice led to death. She just had to pick which one. Before we jump back in, tell us where you're tuning in from. And if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow I've saved something extra special for you. Maya's alarm cut through the darkness at 6:47 Tuesday morning. She rolled out of bed and went straight to Daniel's room like she did every morning, glucose monitor in hand. He was still asleep, one arm thrown over his face, breathing steady. She pressed the monitor against his forearm. The device beeped. 142. Good range. Daniel, time to get up. He groaned and pulled the blanket over his head. 5 more minutes. Now. You know the drill. She walked to his window and opened the blinds. Los Angeles stretched out below them, 34 floors of vertical distance between their apartment and the street. The morning sun was already heating the glass. In the kitchen, she pulled his insulin pen from the refrigerator. The apartment was organized like a medical supply room, emergency kit on the shelf by the door, glucose tablets in every drawer, backup testing strips in labeled containers. Her ex-husband called it obsessive. Maya called it staying alive. Daniel shuffled in wearing his Lakers pajamas, still half asleep. He sat at the table and held out his arm without being asked. She swabbed the injection site with alcohol, dialed the dose, and administered the shot. Click. Done. 4 units of rapid-acting insulin. She marked it in his log. 6:51 a.m., 142 reading, 4 units Humalog. Science fair project today, Daniel said, pouring cereal. Mr. Patterson says if I don't turn something in, I fail the semester. You've had 2 months. I've been busy playing Fortnite. She grabbed her nurse's scrubs from the dryer. Her shift at Cedars-Sinai started at 8:30. She was already going to hit traffic. Her phone buzzed. Text from Marcus, her ex. Something came up. Can we move Daniel's weekend to next week? She typed back, this is the 3rd time this month. 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. No response. She shoved the phone in her pocket. Mom, can I get the new Call of Duty? Ask your father. He's the one with disposable income. She regretted it immediately. Daniel looked down at his cereal. Sorry, that wasn't fair. It's fine. It wasn't fine. Nothing about the divorce was fine, but they were managing. She checked her watch. 7:03. She needed to leave in 12 minutes. The building intercom crackled. Attention residents. Elevator maintenance scheduled for today between 9 a.m. and noon. We apologize for any inconvenience. Maya barely registered it. Elevator maintenance happened twice a month. She'd be at work anyway. She kissed Daniel's head. Mrs. Chen picks you up at 3:15. Don't forget your project. I won't. And check your sugar at lunch. Text me the number. I know, Mom. She grabbed her bag, her keys, her hospital badge. Everything in its place. Everything controlled. That's how she kept Daniel alive. Constant vigilance, rigid routine, no surprises. 7 years since his diagnosis, and she'd never let his blood sugar crash. Never missed an injection time. Never let him eat without calculating the carbs first. She took one last look at him, eating cereal, his glucose monitor sitting next to his orange juice. Safe, healthy, alive. In 8 hours, none of that would matter. Maya's phone died in the hospital parking garage at 8:23. 1 second she was texting Daniel a reminder about his science project. The next the screen went black. She pressed the power button. Nothing. The battery had been at 62%. She tried the car. The engine clicked once and went silent. The dashboard stayed dark. Around her, other cars were doing the same thing. Click, nothing. Click, nothing. A woman in scrubs 2 spots over was turning her key repeatedly, pumping the gas pedal like that would help. Then the lights went out. The parking garage dropped into complete darkness. Emergency backup lights flickered on. Dim, battery-powered, casting everything in red. Maya grabbed her bag and headed for the stairwell. Her shift started in 7 minutes. She emerged into chaos. The ER entrance was packed with people. Ambulances sat silent in the bay, their engines dead. Inside, doctors and nurses were running between rooms with flashlights. The steady beep of monitors had been replaced by alarm bells, dozens of them, screaming that patients were losing life support. Maya found her supervisor manually pumping air into a patient's lungs with a bag valve mask. The ventilator sat useless beside the bed. "What happened?" Maya asked. "Everything's dead. Backup generators kicked in, but they're overloaded. We've got 3 people coding and no power to the defibrillators." Her supervisor looked up. "You're here. Good. Take over compressions in room 4. Maya dropped her bag and ran. Room 4 had a 40-year-old man in cardiac arrest. Another nurse was doing chest compressions, counting out loud. Maya took over at the 2-minute mark, locking her hands and pushing hard and fast. 100 compressions per minute. She'd done this 1,000 times. They worked on him for 18 minutes. Without the defibrillator, without the monitors, without any of the equipment that made modern medicine possible, they were just 2 people pushing on a chest and hoping. He didn't make it. Maya stepped out of the room, her arms shaking from the compressions. The hallway was worse than before. More patients, more alarms, more people dying because machines had stopped working. A doctor was running from room to room, triaging, making impossible decisions about who got the limited backup power. The administrative PA system crackled to life, running on battery. "All staff report to the ER for emergency briefing. This is not a drill." Maya made her way to the ER bay. 50 people crowded around the chief of emergency medicine. He had a battery-powered bullhorn. "Listen up. We've got a citywide blackout. Everything electronic is down. Phones, cars, computers, medical equipment. Battery backups are failing across the board. We're getting reports this isn't just LA, it's the entire West Coast." Someone shouted, "What caused it?" "Radio traffic suggests cyberattack. Targeted infrastructure. The grid is completely offline." He paused. "They're saying it could be days before power comes back. Maybe longer." Maya's stomach dropped. Days. Daniel's insulin stayed good for 4 hours unrefrigerated. After that, it started degrading. She had 6 pens in the refrigerator at home. That was a 30-day supply under normal conditions. But 34 floors up with no elevator and no power, nothing was normal. She pushed through the crowd looking for her supervisor. "I need to leave. My son..." "Nobody leaves. We've got critical patients and half our staff hasn't made it in. Everyone stays. My son is diabetic. His insulin needs refrigeration. So do 100 medications for 100 patients here. I'm sorry, Maya. Nobody leaves until we stabilize." Maya looked at the ER, at the people dying, at the machines that weren't working. Then she thought about Daniel, 34 floors up, insulin warming in a dead refrigerator. She had maybe 4 hours to get home. Maya worked for 2 hours. She manually ventilated patients, performed CPR without a defibrillator, carried supplies up and down stairs because the elevators were dead. The hospital was a war zone. Every machine that kept people alive had stopped working, and they were trying to fill the gap with hands and lungs in desperation. At 10:45, she made her decision. She found her supervisor in the medication room, inventorying what they had left. "I'm leaving. Maya, we talked about this. My son will die if I don't get home. I've stabilized everyone I can. I'm going." Her supervisor started to argue, then stopped. She was a mother too. "Go, but you won't make it back in today. Maybe not tomorrow either." Maya grabbed her bag and headed for the exit. Outside, the city was transforming. Cars sat dead in intersections. Traffic lights were dark. People wandered the streets looking confused, holding useless phones. In the distance, she heard sirens, manual ones, hand-cranked, like something from 50 years ago. The hospital was 12 miles from her apartment. Under normal conditions, a 20-minute drive. Now she'd have to walk. She started moving. The first mile was easy. Her nurse's shoes were comfortable, and adrenaline pushed her forward. She passed a convenience store where people were arguing about whether credit cards still worked. They didn't. Nothing electronic worked. By the second mile, the heat was getting to her. August in Los Angeles meant 90 degrees by midday. She stopped at a gas station, but the pumps were dead and the doors were locked. A man was trying to break the window with a rock. The third mile took her through a neighborhood where people were sitting on their porches, radios pressed to their ears. She heard fragments of news: complete grid failure, infrastructure attack, no timeline for restoration. At mile 5, she saw the first real violence. 2 men fighting over a case of water bottles outside a store. One had a knife. She crossed the street and kept walking. Her feet were blistering by mile 7. She stopped and sat on a curb, unlacing her shoes to check the damage. A woman pulled up on a bicycle. "You okay?" "Walking home. My son's diabetic." The woman nodded. "I've got a kid too, downtown. Century City, high rise." "Jesus, that's another 5 miles." The woman reached into her backpack and pulled out a water bottle. "Take it. You'll need it more than me." Maya took the water and drank half of it in one pull. "Thank you. We're all in this together now." The woman pedaled off. Mile 8, mile 9. Her calves were cramping and her throat was raw from the heat. She passed a pharmacy where the windows had been smashed. People were carrying out armfuls of medication. She thought about going in, trying to find insulin, but kept moving. Daniel's insulin was at home. She just had to get there. Mile 10 took her past a park where families had gathered, like somehow being together made the darkness less frightening. Children played on the swings while adults listened to radios and tried to make sense of what was happening. At mile 11, she saw her building rising above the skyline, 34 floors of glass and steel. She checked her watch, 1:15 p.m. She'd been walking for 2.5 hours. Daniel's insulin had been unrefrigerated for 4.5 hours. The last mile was the hardest. Maya's phone died in the hospital parking garage at 8:23. 1 second she was texting Daniel, the next the screen went black. She tried the car. The engine clicked once and went silent. Around her, other cars were doing the same thing. Then the lights went out. The parking garage dropped into complete darkness. Emergency backup lights flickered on, casting everything in red. Maya grabbed her bag and headed for the stairwell. She emerged into chaos. The ER was packed. Ambulances sat silent, engines dead. Inside, doctors and nurses ran between rooms with flashlights. The steady beep of monitors had been replaced by alarm bells screaming that patients were losing life support. Maya found her supervisor manually pumping air into a patient's lungs. The ventilator sat useless beside the bed. "What happened? Everything's dead. Backup generators are overloaded. We've got 3 people coding and no power to the defibrillators." Her supervisor looked up. "You're here. Good. Take over compressions in room 4. Maya ran. Room 4 had a man in cardiac arrest. She took over compressions, locking her hands and pushing hard. 100 per minute. She'd done this 1,000 times. They worked on him for 18 minutes. Without the defibrillator, without the monitors, they were just 2 people pushing on a chest and hoping. He didn't make it. The PA system crackled. "All staff report to the ER for emergency briefing." 50 people crowded around the chief of emergency medicine. He had a battery-powered bullhorn. "We've got a citywide blackout. Everything electronic is down. We're getting reports this isn't just LA. It's the entire West Coast." He paused. "Radio traffic suggests cyberattack. The grid is completely offline. They're saying it could be days before power comes back." Maya's stomach dropped. Days. Daniel's insulin stayed good for 4 hours unrefrigerated. She had 6 pens in the refrigerator at home. 30-day supply under normal conditions. But 34 floors up with no elevator and no power, nothing was normal. She found her supervisor. "I need to leave. My son is diabetic. His insulin needs refrigeration. Nobody leaves. We've got critical patients and half our staff hasn't made it in. My son will die. So will 100 patients here. I'm sorry, Maya. Nobody leaves until we stabilize." Maya looked at the ER, at the people dying. Then she thought about Daniel, 34 floors up, insulin warming in a dead refrigerator. She had maybe 4 hours to get home. Maya worked for 2 hours. She manually ventilated patients, performed CPR, carried supplies upstairs. The hospital was a war zone. At 10:45, she made her decision. "I'm leaving." Her supervisor started to argue, then stopped. She was a mother too. "Go." Maya grabbed her bag and headed out. The city was transforming. Cars sat dead in intersections. Traffic lights were dark. People wandered the streets holding useless phones. The hospital was 12 miles from her apartment. She'd have to walk. The first mile was easy. By the second, the heat was getting to her. August in Los Angeles meant 90 degrees by midday. She stopped at a gas station, but the pumps were dead. The third mile took her through a neighborhood where people sat on porches with radios. She heard fragments, complete grid failure, infrastructure attack, no timeline for restoration. At mile 5, she saw the first violence. 2 men fighting over water bottles. One had a knife. She crossed the street and kept walking. Her feet were blistering by mile 7. A woman on a bicycle stopped. "You okay?" "Walking home, my son's diabetic." The woman pulled out a water bottle. "Take it, you'll need it more than me." "Thank you. We're all in this together now." Mile 8, mile 9. Her calves were cramping. She passed a pharmacy where the windows had been smashed. People were carrying out armfuls of medication. At mile 11, she saw her building, 34 floors of glass and steel. She checked her watch, 1:15 p.m. Daniel's insulin had been unrefrigerated for 4.5 hours. The last mile was the hardest. The building lobby was full of people. Maya pushed through to the stairwell. It was propped open with a fire extinguisher. She looked up. 34 floors, 680 steps. She started climbing. The first 5 floors weren't bad. Floor 10, her calves were burning. She stopped to catch her breath. Floor 15, she had to stop every 2 flights. The heat was oppressive, no air conditioning, just still hot air getting hotter. Floor 20, a man was sitting on the landing, head between his knees, breathing hard. She wanted to check if he was okay but couldn't stop. Floor 25, her vision was starting to blur. Dehydration, heat exhaustion. She forced herself to keep moving. Floor 32, 2 young men were blocking the stairwell, both holding baseball bats. "Turn around," one said. 34 and up are closed. "I live on 34. My son is up there." "Not our problem." She tried to push past. The taller one grabbed her arm. She twisted out of his grip and drove her elbow into his solar plexus. He doubled over. The other raised his bat. Maya stepped inside his swing, grabbed his wrist, and used his momentum to slam him against the wall. She ran up the last flight. Floor 34. She fumbled for her keys, dropped them, picked them up with shaking hands. Daniel. He was sitting on the couch with Mrs. Chen from 34B. "Mom, you're okay." She grabbed him and held tight. "How do you feel? Any symptoms?" "I'm fine. Mrs. Chen gave me lunch." Mrs. Chen stood. "I heard Daniel next door alone. I couldn't just leave him." "Thank you." Maya moved to the kitchen, pulling open the refrigerator. She touched the insulin pens. Still cool but warming. 1:38 p.m. 5 hours since the power died. The insulin was still good. Barely. But the clock was ticking. Maya grabbed Daniel's glucose monitor. 23% battery, 168. Higher than this morning, but not dangerous yet. She pulled all 6 pens from the refrigerator. They felt slightly warm. Each pen held 300 units. Daniel used 30 units per day. 6 pens meant 1,800 units. 60 days under normal conditions. But at room temperature, the insulin would degrade 2% per hour. After 72 hours, it would be worthless. 3 days. "Mrs. Chen, do you have ice?" She shook her head. Ice maker stopped. What I had melted already. Maya opened the freezer. Frozen peas, soft to the touch. Everything warming up. "What are you thinking?" Mrs. Chen asked. "We need to leave. Get Daniel somewhere with power." "Where?" "The whole city is dark." Mrs. Chen returned with a battery radio. Maya found a station. Confirmed as coordinated cyberattack. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, and Portland are without power. Restoration could take weeks. Residents advised to shelter in place. Maya turned it off. Weeks. Daniel wouldn't last weeks. "We have to go down," Maya said. "Find a hospital, somewhere with backup power." Mrs. Chen looked toward the door. "My husband had a heart attack 2 months ago. He can't walk down 34 floors." Maya walked to the window. Smoke rising from different parts of the city. Multiple fires. Nobody was coming to help. "Mom, Daniel had put down his game. What's happening? She knelt in front of him. The power's out. It might be out for a while. About my insulin. He wasn't stupid. She nodded. How long do we have? 3 days before it stops working. Maybe 5 if I stretch it. And then, she couldn't lie. Then we have a problem. Voices in the hallway pulled Maya to the door. 5 residents gathered outside. James Rodriguez had a flashlight. We need to organize, Rodriguez said. Pool resources. Maya recognized them. Sarah and Tom Mitchell. Sarah 7 months pregnant. Robert Kim, a Korean War veteran. The Patel family with twin 3-year-olds. Maya, Rodriguez said, how bad is it down there? Bad. I walked 12 miles. People are panicking. The radio says weeks, Tom Mitchell said. We need to evacuate. To where? Kim's voice was steady. And how do you get your pregnant wife down 34 floors? We don't have a choice. We always have choices. Kim looked at Maya. You're a nurse. What do we need to survive? Water first, then food, medical supplies, ways to stay cool. Building has roof tanks, Rodriguez said. Gravity fed, no pumps needed. We'd have to access the roof. 6 floors up, Mitchell said. Better than 34 down. Rodriguez pulled out a notebook. We can make this work if we coordinate. Maya looked back at her apartment. Every minute was another minute of insulin degrading. My son's diabetic, she said. I have insulin that needs refrigeration. Without it, he dies. The hallway went quiet. We have a small cooler, Mrs. Patel said. I have ice packs in my freezer, Sarah Mitchell said. Medical ones. They might still be partially frozen. That could work, temporarily. I'm diabetic too, Kim said quietly. Type 2. Same problem. We should leave at dawn, Mitchell said. Get to street level, find backup power. I tried that, Maya said. There were 2 men on 33 with bats. They weren't letting anyone through. I had to fight past them. Rodriguez frowned. Then we go together. Kim shook his head. Dawn means 6 a.m., still dark. 34 floors with children, elderly, pregnant woman. Someone will fall. For what? To get to a street with no power anyway. So we just wait to die. We stay here and survive. They went to the Mitchell apartment. Sarah pulled out 2 gel ice packs, still partially frozen but melting fast. Maya did the math. These might keep the insulin cool for 12 hours, maybe 24. 1 more day. That was all this bought her. But 1 more day meant 1 more chance. This story takes time to craft. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us. Now back to the story. Maya wrapped the insulin pens in a towel with the ice packs and placed them in the Patel's cooler. 2:15 p.m. If the ice packs lasted until morning, she'd bought Daniel 1 more day. Rodriguez was organizing the group in the hallway. Water first. We need to access the roof tanks. I'll go, Kim said. You're 80 years old, Mitchell protested. 82, and I climb mountains in Korea. 6 floors is nothing. Maya looked at the old man. His voice was strong. Maybe crisis gave him purpose. I need to check other floors, Maya said. See if anyone needs medical help. They split up. Kim and Rodriguez would go to the roof. Maya and Mrs. Chen would check floors 30 through 35. The Mitchells would stay with the children, including Daniel. She kissed Daniel's forehead. Stay here. Check your sugar in an hour. I know, Mom. They started down the stairwell. Floor 33 first. She knocked on the first apartment. A woman opened the door a crack. What do you want? I'm Maya Torres from 34. Checking if anyone needs help. We're fine. Leave us alone. The door closed. They tried 3 more apartments. 2 didn't answer. One man said, We're handling ourselves. Don't come back. Floor 32 was different. An elderly woman opened immediately. Oh, thank God. My husband is sick. He needs medication. Maya stepped inside. An old man lay on the couch, breathing shallow and fast. She checked his pulse, fast and irregular. What medication? Blood thinners for his heart. He missed his dose. Maya found the bottles in the bathroom. Enough for 2 weeks. She helped organize them, writing a schedule on paper. Check on him every few hours, Maya said. If he gets worse, come get me. 34A. Thank you, I'm Eleanor. Do you have water? 3 gallons, some canned food? They checked 4 more apartments. Most people were scared but managing. One family had a baby running low on formula. Maya made a note. Floor 31 was different. The first apartment was a converted law office. The door was propped open. Inside, a young woman filled water bottles from a cooler. "Is that working?" Maya asked. The woman jumped. "Yeah, old school 5-gallon jug. No electricity needed." "How many jugs?" 4 full ones. I worked here before the office closed. The owner kept paying for water delivery. She gestured around. "There's a kitchen in back too." Maya walked to the kitchen. In the corner sat a large ice machine. Her heart started pounding. "Does that work?" "No power, but it's got about 50 pounds of ice that hasn't melted yet. Super insulated." Maya pulled it open. Ice, still frozen, filling the compartment. "Can I use this? My son's diabetic. His insulin is degrading." The woman's expression softened. "My brother's diabetic." "Yeah, take whatever you need." The ice would melt eventually, but the insulated chamber would stay cold for days. "Thank you. What's your name?" "Jessica Park." "Jessica, you just saved my son's life." Maya ran back and grabbed Rodriguez. They returned with tools. Kim was there examining the ice machine. "Smart," Kim said, tapping the walls. 2 inches of insulation. Keeps ice frozen for days without power." "How many days?" 3, maybe 4 if we're careful." Maya did the math. 4 days bought time. Not enough, but better than nothing. Rodriguez looked at the water cooler. 5 gallons each. 4 jugs. 20 gallons of clean water. "Split them between floors," Kim suggested. "Don't keep all resources in one place." They spent an hour moving supplies. The ice machine was too heavy to move, so they brought the insulin down. Maya placed all 6 pens inside. The cold air hit her hand immediately. She checked the temperature. 41 degrees. Perfect. "We need to monitor this twice a day," Maya said. Rodriguez examined the structure. "If we could generate cold somehow." "Evaporative cooling," Kim said. "In Korea, we kept ammunition cool in desert heat. Wet burlap over crates. Evaporation pulled heat away." "So we wrapped the machine in wet towels," Maya said. "Keep them wet using roof water." "Exactly, it'll slow the warming." "Mr. Kim," Maya said quietly, "when did you check your blood sugar?" "This morning." "Check it now." He pulled out a meter. 273. Dangerously high. "Your insulin's failing. Use mine. I have more." Kim shook his head. "Your son needs every drop. I'm 82. I've lived a full life." "That's not how this works." "That's exactly how it works. In war, you save who you can save. You don't waste resources on lost causes." "You're not a lost cause." "I'm a diabetic octogenarian with degrading insulin. Your son is 11. The math is simple." Maya wanted to argue, but she knew he was right. Triage. Save who you can save. "We're going to try to save everyone," she said. Kim smiled sadly. "Of course we are." Rodriguez cleared his throat. "The roof tanks. 5,000 gallons up there. Enough for 300 people for a month if we ration." "How do we distribute it?" Jessica asked. "Gravity. Run a hose down through the stairwell. Each floor gets a fill station." "And enforce the rule," Kim added. "People get desperate." "We need community," Kim said. "Security implies force. Community implies cooperation." Rodriguez nodded. "Town hall meeting. Tonight. Everyone on floors 30 to 35. They held the meeting at 6 p.m. on the 32nd floor landing. By 6:15, 43 people had crowded into the stairwell. Rodriguez stepped forward with a camping lantern. "Thank you for coming. Right now, we need to focus on staying alive until power comes back." "When's that?" someone shouted. "We don't know. Radio says weeks, maybe longer. We're on our own." "This building has roof tanks with 5,000 gallons of water, gravity-fed, but we need to ration carefully." "How much do we get?" 1 gallon per person per day for drinking, cooking, basic hygiene." Maya stepped forward. "I'm a trauma nurse. I'm setting up a medical station on 31. If anyone has injuries or medical emergencies, come see me." An older man raised his hand. "What about medications? I've got maybe a week's worth left." "Come see me after this. We'll figure something out." Kim spoke next. "I was in Korea. I've seen societies collapse. We have a choice. We can be a community or we can be animals fighting over scraps. I suggest community. A woman asked, "What does that mean, practically?" We organize water distribution teams, security patrols, medical support, waste management. Everyone contributes. Everyone follows the rules. They spend an hour hammering out basics. Water distribution twice daily, strict rationing, medical station on 31, security patrols in stairwells. The meeting was breaking up when a young man pushed through. Maybe 25, expensive backpack. "This is bullshit. I'm not rationing anything. I paid for this apartment. Nobody's telling me what I can use." Rodriguez kept his voice calm. "Nobody's taking your property. We're asking for cooperation." "I don't cooperate. I take care of myself." He turned to leave. Kim stepped in front of him. "Then you're on your own. No communal water, no medical help, no security." The young man's face reddened. "You threatening me? I'm explaining consequences." The young man looked around. Nobody was backing him up. He shoved past Kim and disappeared. "There'll be more like him," Kim said quietly. "People who think they can survive alone." Maya watched him go. She understood the impulse to hoard, but she also knew Kim was right. Alone, they'd fail. Together, they had a chance. "Come on," she said to Daniel. "Let's get you fed." They climbed to 34. Inside, the thermostat read 87 degrees. It would be 90 by tomorrow. Heat meant faster insulin degradation. She made dinner from their supplies. Canned soup, crackers. She checked his levels. 203. Higher than she wanted, but not dangerous. She administered evening insulin, marked the log, and tucked him in. "Mom," Daniel said, "are we going to die?" She sat back down. "No. You always said never to lie about my diabetes." "I'm not lying. The insulin is cold. I found a way to keep it cold, and if that fails, I'll find another way. That's what I do. I find ways to keep you alive." He was quiet. "What about Mr. Kim?" She didn't have an answer for that. The next morning, Maya woke to Daniel shaking her shoulder. "Mom, my sugar's at 247. She was up immediately. 247 was too high. She grabbed the glucose monitor and tested him again. Same reading. The insulin was losing effectiveness faster than she'd calculated. She ran down to 31. The ice machine was still cold but warming. She checked the thermometer. 48 degrees, 7 degrees warmer than yesterday. The ice was melting. Rodriguez found her there. "We have a problem. The men on 33 are blocking water distribution. They're demanding extra rations in exchange for letting people through." "How many men?" "4, maybe 5. They've got the stairwell locked down." Maya's jaw tightened. "We need that water. Daniel needs it. Everyone needs it." "I know. Kim wants to negotiate. Mitchell wants to force our way through." "What do you want to do?" "I want to avoid violence. But if they won't negotiate..." Rodriguez trailed off. They gathered the group. 12 people willing to stand up to the blockade. Kim led them down to 33. The men were there with their bats. "Turn around," the leader said. Kim didn't stop walking. "We're going to the roof. You can let us through or you can try to stop us. Your choice." The leader raised his bat. Kim kept walking. Maya's hand tightened on the wrench she'd brought. Then the leader lowered the bat. 1 bottle of water per person per day. That's the price. "Ach to worry. We don't pay prices," Kim said. "We share resources. You want water. Join the community. Follow the rules." The standoff lasted 30 seconds. Then the leader stepped aside. They'd won. For now. Day 5. Wednesday morning. The ice machine was failing. Maya checked the thermometer at 6 a.m. 54 degrees. The insulin was supposed to stay between 36 and 46. She calculated in her head. Maybe 2 more days of marginal effectiveness. She tested Daniel's blood sugar. 289. The highest since the blackout. She administered double his normal dose and watched him carefully. Within an hour, it had only dropped to 253. The insulin was failing. Rodriguez knocked at 7. "We've got a situation. Floor 18. They've barricaded the stairwell. Can we go around them?" "Not without 3 extra floors each way. The elderly can't make that climb." Maya looked at Daniel sleeping. His face was flushed, breathing slightly fast. She needed to stay with him, but they needed her downstairs. "Give me 20 minutes." She woke Daniel and made him drink water. High blood sugar meant dehydration. She checked his ketones with a test strip. Trace amounts, not dangerous yet. She gave him another injection and left him with Mrs. Chen. "If he gets confused or can't stay awake, come get me immediately." She followed Rodriguez to 18. Tom Mitchell, Kim, Jessica Park, and 6 others waited at the landing above. Below, furniture was stacked across the stairwell. 2 men with crowbars standing guard. "They want food," Rodriguez said. 10% of all supplies for passage." "That's extortion," Maya said. "That's survival." Kim's voice was weak. He was leaning against the wall, his face pale. Maya checked his pulse, rapid and thready. "When did you check your sugar?" "Hour ago, 320. 320 was critical." She pulled out one of her pens, the one already half degraded. "Take this. 2 units now." "That's Daniel's." "Daniel's at 253 with insulin that's still working. You're at 320 with nothing. Take the shot." Kim took it. His hands were shaking so badly Maya had to help him inject. Mitchell was pacing. "We can't give them 10%. We're already rationing." "We can't fight them either," Rodriguez said. Maya looked at the barricade. At Kim barely able to stand. This was how societies died. One barricade, one extortion, one man with a crowbar at a time. "We negotiate," Maya said, "but not from weakness." "Rodriguez, how many able-bodied people do we have?" "Maybe 20. Why?" "Get everyone together. Everyone who can walk and carry something. Meet back here in 30 minutes. She checked on Daniel. His sugar had dropped to 231. Still high but moving. She had maybe 10 doses left that were effective. After that, she'd be guessing. Too little meant ketoacidosis. Too much meant hypoglycemia. Both meant death. When she returned, Rodriguez had gathered 32 people. They stood in the stairwell with flashlights and improvised weapons. "The men below think we're weak," Maya said. "They think they can threaten us. They're wrong. We're going down there together. We're going to remove that barricade. And we're going to make it clear that this building operates on community rules, not extortion." One of the men shouted up, "You want through, pay the toll." Maya started walking down. The others followed. 32 people moving as one. The men with crowbars looked at each other. 2 against 32. They stepped aside. They dismantled the barricade piece by piece. Maya worked alongside Rodriguez and Mitchell. When they finished, Kim addressed the men. "You want to be part of this community. You follow the rules. Water rationing, resource sharing, no hoarding. You break the rules. You're on your own." One of the men stepped forward. Younger, maybe 30, with a scar across his jaw. "And who enforces these rules?" "All of us," Kim said. "That's how communities work." The man looked at the 32 people behind Kim. "Fine, but we get the same rations." "You do?" The standoff was over. For now. Maya climbed back to 34. Daniel was awake. His sugar was at 209. Better but still elevated. She gave him more water and checked his ketones. Still trace amounts. She did the math one more time. At current usage rates, factoring in degradation, she had maybe 3 days left. The math didn't work. It had never worked. A knock on the door. Jessica Park stood there with a man Maya didn't recognize. He was maybe 40, wearing glasses held together with duct tape. "This is Marcus Chen," Jessica said. "He's an engineer. He has an idea." Maya let them in. Marcus looked at Daniel on the couch. "Your son's diabetic," he said. "Yes. And you're keeping his insulin in the ice machine on 31. It's failing. I checked this morning. 56 degrees. Maya's chest tightened. "I know. I think I can fix it. Not permanently, but buy you more time." "How?" Marcus pulled out a notebook covered in sketches. Evaporative cooling. Kim mentioned it, but nobody's built it yet. "I can rig something using roof water, the ice machine, and basic physics. Won't get you to refrigeration temps, but it'll slow the degradation." "How long?" 2 days to build, maybe 3. "I don't have 3 days." "Then I work faster." Marcus looked at Daniel. "I have a daughter. She's 7. She's in Sacramento with her mother. I haven't been able to reach them. I don't know if they're alive. But if they are, I'd want someone to help them. So I'm helping you. What do you need? Materials. Tubing, fabric, constant water flow, and time. Rodriguez appeared. I'll help. Tell me what you need. Marcus needed PVC pipe from the maintenance room on 15. That was hostile territory. The floors below 20 were chaos. Then we go in force, Maya said. Kim shook his head. Below 20 is different. Those are people who've given up on community. You go down there in a group, you're inviting a fight. So what do? We send someone they won't see as a threat, someone who can slip in and out. Kim looked at Daniel. How old are you, son? 11. Can you climb stairs quietly? Maya stepped between them. Absolutely not. You're not sending my son into danger. He's not in danger up here. He's dying up here. Kim's voice was gentle. Down there, he's just a kid looking for supplies. Nobody threatens a kid. No. Mom, Daniel said quietly. I'll do it. She turned to him. Daniel, I'm not stupid. I know the insulin's failing. If I can help, I want to help. Maya looked at her son, at his serious face, his determination. He'd grown up so much in 5 days. But he was right. They were out of options. They planned it for dawn, Thursday morning, day 6. Marcus wrote out what Daniel needed. 3 sections of PVC pipe, 2 feet each. Fabric, duct tape, a small pump if possible. Maya checked Daniel's sugar at 5 a.m. 267. She gave him insulin and made him eat a protein bar. You go to 15, Maya said. Get into the maintenance room. Grab what's on the list. Come right back. No detours, no heroics. I know, Mom. If anyone tries to stop you, you run. I know. Rodriguez handed Daniel a backpack. Kim knelt to his level. The best soldiers weren't the strongest. They were the ones who stayed calm. Can you stay calm? Yes, sir. Maya walked him to the stairwell. She held his face. I love you. More than anything, I love you. I love you too, Mom. She watched him disappear down the stairs. Every instinct screamed to follow him, but sending him alone was the protection. They went back to wait. Maya told him 45 minutes. 19 floors down, 19 up, 10 minutes inside. At minute 30, she heard shouting from below. Male voices, angry. She ran to the stairwell. The shouting came from around floor 20. Stay here, Rodriguez said. That's my son, which is why you stay. At minute 38, she saw a flashlight climbing toward them. Too slow. She started down. She met Daniel on floor 28. He was climbing steadily, but his face was pale. Breathing labored. I'm okay, he said. I got everything, but Mom, I don't feel good. She grabbed his arm, clammy, cold sweat, hands shaking. Symptoms. Dizzy, shaky, visions doing the tunnel thing. Hypoglycemia. His blood sugar had crashed. She'd given him too much insulin and the exertion burned through his glucose. She found glucose tablets. Chew these, all of them. He chewed while she shouldered his backpack. If his sugar didn't come up, he'd pass out, and she couldn't carry him 6 floors. Keep moving. Tell me what happened. Got to 15. Door was locked. Had to break it. Maintenance room was dark. Took forever to find everything. The shouting. 2 guys fighting over water. They didn't see me. He stumbled. She caught him. 5 more floors. They climbed together. She tested him on the landing. 62. Critically low but rising. Floor 31, 32, 33, floor 34. She got him on the couch. Tested again. 78. Safe range. Marcus took the backpack and dumped the contents. PVC pipe, check. Fabric, check. Duct tape, check. Even the pump assembly. This is perfect. I can start building today. Kim looked at Daniel. Brave kid. Stupid mother, Maya said. I almost killed him. But you didn't. And now we have what we need. Kim sat down heavily. That's how we survive. We risk what we have to risk. Maya looked at her son. At Marcus sorting supplies. At Kim's trembling hands. They'd bought more time. Maybe enough. Or maybe just enough to watch everything fall apart more slowly. Rodriguez looked at his watch. It's been 6 days. The radio this morning said power restoration could take another month. Maybe 2. We won't last 2 months, Maya said. No, Kim agreed, but we might last 2 weeks, and 2 weeks is long enough for things to change. Hashino Nemon. Marcus was already sketching on his notebook, calculating water flow rates and evaporation coefficients. Give me until Saturday. I'll have your cooling system running. Marcus worked through Thursday and Friday without stopping. He ran PVC pipe from the roof tanks to the 31st floor, using gravity for constant water flow. He wrapped the ice machine in layers of fabric. The water soaked through, and as it evaporated, it pulled heat away from the chamber. It's basic thermodynamics, Marcus explained. Water requires energy to evaporate. That energy comes from heat. By Friday evening, he had it running. Maya checked the thermometer. 44 degrees. Not perfect, but better than 56. How long will this work? She asked. As long as we have water from the roof. You'll need to check it twice a day. If the fabric dries out, the system fails. And Maya, Marcus's voice was quiet. This buys you time, maybe a week, maybe 2. But eventually you need real refrigeration or you need to get out. Saturday morning, day 8, Maya woke to helicopters. She ran to the window. Military helicopters flying low over the city in a grid pattern. One passed over their building. She saw something fall, a package with a parachute. It landed on the roof. Rodriguez was in the hallway with his radio. Emergency broadcast. They're dropping supplies. Water, food, medical supplies. People crowded the stairwell. Maya pushed through to the roof access. Kim was already climbing with 10 others. The roof was brutally hot, over 100 degrees, but scattered across it were 20 supply packages. Kim was organizing. Take inventory first, then we distribute fairly. They found water, 50 gallons, MREs, medical supplies, batteries, radios. And in one package marked with a red cross, Maya found insulin. 10 vials, in an insulated container with ice packs, still cold. Her hands shook as she held them. 10 vials meant 30 days. Combined with what she had left, she could keep Daniel alive for another month. The new radio came with instructions. Evacuation plans were being organized. FEMA was setting up processing centers at ground level. Anyone who could make it down would be transported to shelters with power and medical care. We should go, Tom Mitchell said at the evening meeting. Sarah needs a hospital. She's 7 months pregnant in 90-degree heat. The stairs, Kim reminded him. 34 floors. We'll help her, all of us together. Rodriguez looked around. Who wants to try for evacuation? Hands went up. The Mitchells, the Patels, Jessica, Eleanor, about half the people on the upper floors. We leave at dawn tomorrow, Rodriguez said. Sunday morning when it's coolest. Maya looked at Daniel. His blood sugar that morning had been 147, normal range. The insulin from the supply drop was working perfectly. We're going, she said. Daniel and I, we're going. That night, Maya packed. 1 backpack with essentials, insulin in the insulated container, glucose monitor, test strips, water, food. She left everything else behind. She checked Daniel's sugar before bed. 132. She administered his evening insulin and watched him sleep. Tomorrow they'd climb down 34 floors. Tomorrow they'd leave the community they'd built. Tomorrow they'd find out if the world outside was any better. They gathered at 5:30 Sunday morning, 47 people ready to descend. Maya checked Daniel's sugar, 158, good range. She gave him breakfast and his morning insulin. You ready? She asked. Yeah. He shouldered his backpack. Mom, what about Mr. Kim? He's staying. Why? Because he's 82 and he doesn't think he can make the climb. Kim stood at the stairwell door. 34 floors, 680 steps. Take them slow. Rest every 5 floors. Watch for heat exhaustion. If someone falls, you stop and help. Nobody gets left behind. Sarah Mitchell was already breathing hard. Tom had his arm around her. The Patel twins were crying. We move as one, Kim said. You're going to make it. Maya hugged him. Thank you for everything. Take care of the boy. They started down. The first 10 floors went smoothly. Everyone was fresh. Floor 24, first rest stop. Maya checked Daniel, 97, lower than she wanted but not dangerous. She made him drink water and eat glucose tablets. Sarah sat heavily. I need a minute. Floor 18. The men who'd built the barricade watched them pass. One nodded at Maya. She nodded back. Floor 15. Daniel stumbled. Legs hurt. I know, we're almost halfway. Floor 12. The temperature was rising. 95 degrees in the stairwell. One of the Patel twins threw up. Floor 8. Sarah stopped. I can't do this. Tom was pleading. Sarah, we're so close. Maya pushed forward. She put her hand on Sarah's belly, felt the contraction. She's in labor. Everyone froze. How far apart? Tom asked. Sarah, when did the contractions start? This morning. I thought they were false labor, but they're getting stronger. Maya looked at the 8 floors below. We keep going. We get her to the lobby. There'll be medical help there. They helped Sarah up. She leaned on Tom and Rodriguez. They moved slower. Floor 7, floor 6. Sarah stopped for another contraction. Maya counted. 5 minutes since the last one. Floor 5, floor 4. Maya checked Daniel. 81. Too low. She gave him more glucose tablets. Floor 3, floor 2, Sarah screamed. Another contraction. Floor 1. They burst through the stairwell door into the lobby. Chaos. Hundreds of people. Military personnel. Medical stations with triage tents. Pregnant woman in labor. Maya shouted. Contractions 5 minutes apart. 2 medics rushed over with a stretcher. They loaded Sarah and wheeled her toward an ambulance. Tom ran after them. Maya stood in the lobby, blinking in the sudden brightness. Sunlight. Fresh air. They'd made it. A FEMA coordinator directed them to processing. Names, addresses, medical conditions. Maya gave Daniel's information. Diabetic, type 1. He has insulin but needs refrigeration. The coordinator flagged his file. Medical priority, first bus to the shelter. They boarded a military bus with 20 others. The engine roared. The first working vehicle in 8 days. The bus pulled away. Maya looked back. 34 floors rising into smoke-filled sky. Up there, Kim was still alive. Rodriguez, Mrs. Chen, Marcus, Jessica, all the people who'd become family. We'll come back for them, a soldier said. We'll get everyone out. The shelter was a college campus 20 miles outside the city. Dormitories converted to housing, cafeteria running on generators. Power, real power, lights, air conditioning, refrigerators. A doctor examined Daniel, checked his glucose, 73, and reviewed Maya's insulin log. You did good, the doctor said. Most diabetics we're seeing had no insulin management for over a week. Your son's numbers are nearly perfect. I'm a nurse. Still, under those conditions, keeping him this stable, exceptional care. They were assigned a dorm room, 2 beds, bathroom, small refrigerator. Maya plugged it in, placed Daniel's insulin inside, watched the light come on, felt the cold air. For the first time in 8 days, she cried. Daniel hugged her. It's okay, Mom. We made it. That night they had hot food, real food. Daniel ate 3 helpings. His blood sugar spiked to 220, but Maya didn't care. She'd correct it with insulin that worked. They had showers, hot water, soap. Maya stood under the spray for 20 minutes. When she came out, Daniel was asleep in clean sheets. She checked his sugar. 165. Good range. The next morning, she found a working phone. Called her ex-husband. Maya, oh my God, are you okay? Is Daniel okay? We're fine. We're at a FEMA shelter. We're safe. She heard him crying. I saw the news. We're alive. We're both alive. Can I come get you? Maya looked at Daniel sleeping, at the insulin in the refrigerator, at the life they'd saved. Yeah, come get us. 2 weeks later, power was restored to her building. She went back to get their things, climbed one more time to the roof, found Kim sitting in the sun, looking out over the city. He'd lost maybe 20 pounds, but he was alive. Relief supplies had kept coming. The cooling system had worked. Military medical teams had brought insulin. Figured I'd see you again, Kim said. I had to make sure you were okay. I'm okay. We all are. Power's back on. Few more days and we can go home. Are you going home? Kim was quiet. This is home now. These people. We survived something together. Maya sat next to him. We did. Your boy doing okay. He's doing great. Blood sugar's been perfect for 2 weeks. Good, that's good. Thank you for helping us survive. We helped each other. That's how it works. 3 months later, Daniel turned 12. They had a party at Marcus's community center. Rodriguez was there, Kim, Jessica, the Mitchells with their new baby daughter. They'd all survived. Not everyone, but enough. Enough had pulled together. Daniel blew out his candles and Maya watched him laugh. He'd grown 3 inches. His diabetes was perfectly controlled. He was healthy and happy and alive. The blackout had taken 2 weeks from their lives, but it had given them something too. Understanding of what mattered. Proof that communities could form in darkness and hold even in light. Maya would never forget those 8 days, but she'd also never forget Rodriguez's determination, Kim's wisdom, Marcus working without sleep, Jessica sharing her ice machine, 47 people climbing down because nobody gets left behind. That was the lesson. Not that they'd survived, but how they'd survived, together. If this story meant something to you, drop a comment and share it. It helps the next person find their way here.